Have you ever had a dream in which you were living someone else's life? Someone who lived in a bygone era? That stranger might have been you. Here's an example. In this dream, I was an Indian woman with long dark hair I wore in a plain bun. I also wore a sari. I was arguing with my husband, who was very traditional. We lived in a village in India, and our house had painted stucco walls. The argument was about a window that had been left open in the house, resulting in a theft. My husband berated me for leaving it open. I kept telling him it hadn't been me. I thought maybe it had been one of our children. I was in tears because my husband refused to believe me. He had so little regard for my word, so little respect for me. Next, I was still this woman, but I had died in bed. My adult son came and lifted me up. I thought, at last he is treating me tenderly. But then I saw a large container. Inside were the bodies of the recently deceased. They were wrapped in linen and perfumed. But when my body was cast in, I was naked and my head had been cut off. I got a vivid image of my face staring up. It was horrible and upsetting that I'd been treated so poorly even in death. So what can we make of this dream? Notice it doesn't have the usual crazy dream symbols. What's described could really have happened. The decapitation of the corpse seemed odd, but when I researched that, I learned that in some cultures, people decapitated the dead bodies of people they had wronged so that they couldn't return to haunt them. But hold up. When we incarnate, we don't remember past lives. The veil has wiped them away. So why would a past life appear in a dream? Well, there are a few reasons. You might dream of a past life in order to remind you of a skill you had, one that would be useful to you now. For example, let's say you have a fear of public speaking, and it's important to your growth to overcome this fear. You might dream of a past life as a cabaret singer or a politician to remind you how it felt to be comfortable on stage. Another reason you might dream of a past life is if there's a trauma lingering from that lifetime which is holding you back today. In the case of the disrespected Indian woman, the dreamer said she had never wanted marriage or children. She had a fear of getting trapped in a bad situation. Her fear in this life stems from this past life in which this poor Indian woman was abused by her husband and children. On some level, her soul decided, nope, I'm never doing that again. Through the dream, her guides are showing her the source of her fear, so hopefully she can make a conscious choice about whether she wants to be limited by that fear in this lifetime or not. Sometimes just understanding where a fear or trigger comes from can help us overcome it. So have you had a dream of a past life? See if you can decipher what it's trying to tell you. And remember, to live your best life, follow your dreams.